All right, Jimmy Haslam, Andrew Berry, and the Cleveland Browns continuing to do their due diligence with this coaching search. I believe Jim Schwartz is about to get hired, but Jim Schwartz calls the defense. You have to get somebody in who can call the offense. If you noticed, the Browns are bringing in a bunch of candidates who are offensive minds so that they can find some sort of balance, because Jim Schwartz, they don't want their Andrew Berry and them is picking Jim Schwartz OC. He's not going to get full autonomy to pick his own offensive coordinator. I don't believe that's going to be the case. Now, we have to get to this as they are bringing Mike McDaniel, and I would love for Mike McDaniel to get a chance to coach Shedeur Sanders as an offensive coordinator with this team. I think this will be fantastic. We got to break it down. Welcome to Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel, hit that bell notification, and hype the video. Let's get right into it. Here it says, Browns to interview former Dolphins coach again. Here it says, NFL Network's Tom Pelesco is reporting that the Cleveland Browns will conduct a second interview with former Miami Dolphins head coach Mike McDaniel on Wednesday. Cleveland is proceeding into the second round of meetings in the head coaching search. McDaniel was recently fired after 4 seasons as Dolphins head coach. He is reportedly set to interview for the head coaching job with the Las Vegas Raiders on Monday, as well as the Los Angeles Chargers offensive coordinator position on Tuesday. McDaniel led the Dolphins to a 35-33 record and 2 playoff berths. The Dolphins finished the 2025 season with a mark of 7-10. The Browns defeated McDaniel's Dolphins 31-6 in Week 7. The 42-year-old previously served as wide receivers coach in Cleveland in 2014 under Mike McDaniel. According to multiple reports, the Browns are also slated to hold second interviews with current defensive coordinator Jim Schwartz, who's going to be the head coach, Ravens offensive coordinator Todd Monken, Jaguars offensive coordinator Grant Udinski, and former Miami Dolphins head coach Mike McDaniel. So you see all of the other guys are offensive guys, and they're definitely trying to see which one of you, when we hire Jim Schwartz, which one of you is willing to come over here and be an offensive coordinator? And if none of you are, then we got to figure something out. Or maybe because Jim Schwartz might be on the time of, look, if I'm not going to be the head coach, I'm not coming back as the defense coordinator. I can go to Atlanta and reunite with Kevin Stefanski and whatever. So this is definitely interesting. Let's go to 92.3 The Fan and see what they had to say about this situation.
Serious candidates. He's the one guy that has the old leader of the room line on him. It feels a little bit, oh man, it feels like you're settling. Gosh, I don't know how to say that. Unless there's something I don't see, it just
that
feels...
almost hurt you to say, I could tell.
Well, yeah, because I like Jim Schwartz. I
like Jim Schwartz too.
Like,
but
I want the best for Jim Schwartz.
It just also doesn't feel like what they've been doing within this whole search.
It feels like the Titans hiring Ken Wisenhunt and Mike Mularkey in two head coaching hires in 3 years.
Or is this trying to right the Greg Williams wrong that was done at some point? Is that what this is?
No, Jimmy will never.
Because Jimmy did not. I mean,
no.
Well, no, Greg will never forgive him is the problem.
I don't think they'll forgive each other. I don't think anybody, there was love lost from either one guy there.
But is that what that is? Something along those lines? Like, it's like, because we've done this before. You've had opportunities before. There's something about Jim Schwartz that clearly speaks to them.
What I struggle with is the only thing I can think of is that Myles Garrett has pounded the table for Jim Schwartz. Mm-hmm. And I just, at some, like, I can't, I want Myles to speak his mind. That's what franchise players do, especially if you don't have a franchise quarterback. I don't have a problem with it. I do have a bit of a problem with a coaching search that ends up in a guy you could have elevated 10 weeks ago and maybe saved the season earlier?
I mean, I would imagine, based off of not only Myles speaking at the end of the season, Denzel Ward also speaking in a very positive way about Jim Schwartz at the end of the season. If you got a voice as a player, if you're a $100 million player like those two guys are, you want Jim Schwartz to stay. That's a great defense. You had career years. He's going to win another DPOY, all these things. I don't think that means it's the best thing for the team, though.
I also don't think it means you have to listen to him.
No, you don't. You don't.
Because, like, if you're Myles Garrett, how you don't know Mike McDaniel, or you don't know Grant Udinski, or you don't know any of these guys from Adam, and if anything, you might look at them as a threat to losing Jim Schwartz. So I understand this but this is not the coaching cycle that you listen to the players on. It's when your problems are on the offensive side of the ball. Mm-hmm. And maybe Jim Schwartz has Todd Monken in, and maybe they keep Tommy Rees too. We get an offensive coaching super staff. Guys, if I'm going to land a defensive coach, it's going to be a Jesse Mentor. I don't love the Chris Shula thing because I think there's a brand value there, but that would be the other part.
Maybe they're worried about having a different scheme come in and everything associated with that as well.
But isn't that the definition of overthinking? Like
I don't know.
I love the wide nine. I think people that bitch about the running thing, guys, a good defensive line can fix those run fits a lot quicker than if you just need to manufacture a pass rush. Anyways, the whole way you win in the NFL is if you can rush 4 and get home consistently.
Oh, no, if you
can do that, you can beat any quarterback.
Yeah, no, you're right, but I meant the players, by the way. Is the players thinking that, not necessarily the Browns. I meant the players. Like if you're Myles Garrett, you just came off this career year, you had you broke the single season sack record, DPOY. You're probably a little peeved if they just kind of mess with everything that worked.
And that makes sense, but I guess your response is, well, do you want us to hire the guy we believe in or not?
Well, do you want us to win is the real response.
Yes.
You know, like you said you want to put all the selfish accolades to the side, and I know we boasted them up as if that was a team single sack record, but okay, Myles is going to have that one in Canton. He's going to have the DPOY and everything else. Do you want that or do you want to win?
Also, Jim doesn't really have a choice here. Unless somebody's going to make him the head coach. I don't know if you guys know this. Jim Schwartz is under contract for next year.
Right.
So there's part of the threat. I'm not saying it's a veiled threat by Jim. Jim could just say, screw you, I'm going home. So that is a part of that. And it's something the Browns need to make sure that they're keeping touch with. But if Jim Schwartz says, I'm either going to be the head coach or nothing at all, well, then I guess it's nothing at all.
Damn. See, I knew that there is a possibility where Jim Schwartz could say that.
Like, you cannot allow a candidate to bully you into doing something that isn't in the best interest of your team. And again, like, I hope at some point Jim gets another run at this thing. But to me, Jim Schwartz and Grant Yudinsky, I know they're different sides of a different coin, but Yudinsky and Shieldhouse, it screams, hey, let's give this a go. No, you are not that far. And I think the Browns have to know that. Like, you've got a defense that is mostly set, right? You do have some offensive weapons between Quinshawn and the other running backs and Harold Fannin Jr. Do you have some work to do? Yes. Is this thing a 10-year rebuild? No. And the people who say that are the guys who I don't think have watched I don't think Bill Simmons has watched much Browns football.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't think Nick Wright, no offense, Nick watches a lot of I guarantee you he's not sitting down watching the Browns every week. So these guys are looking at names on a depth chart without understanding what is actually here.
Man, I think I do think Jim Schwartz is going to get hired. I do think he's going to be hired as the head coach. At the end of the day, the players have already spoke. Denzel Ward, Myles Garrett, they've already spoke. It's going to be Jim Schwartz. You can go ahead and book it. But who's going to be that offensive coordinator? Will Mike McDaniel secure a head coaching job? Or will he agree to come on? I mean, if you want Mike McDaniels as the offensive coordinator, you're going to have to compete with the Chargers for it. He's going to have options as an OC, so you're going to have to compete for that. But get down in the comments. Let me know what you think. This Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share the channel.